So, hello everyone and welcome back to some more of the Disco Elysium. And I'll say, let's do it. Even though it's probably a freaking stupid idea, but I wanna do it. So, let's goddamn do it. Let's smoke a cigarette while also then burning this. Sounds like a perfect idea. Okay, just please step back, Lieutenant. Set the graffiti on fire with the lit cigarette. Does look cool though. I do have to say that. It does look like real cool. It just isn't that quite dangerous. It does look really cool though. The fuel oil catches fire immediately with an ominous hiss. A bright orange flight across the surface of the letters. Black smoke rises from the burning message. What if the words are not directed at the people of the Martinis or even the coalition aerostatics above the city? They are meant for something above even those. You have been policed. God. Disco Elysium. The lieutenant has taken a small step back. He looks at your face illuminated by the flames and nods silently. Then the fire walters. I was hoping that it doesn't look like there's too much stuff that the fire could go into, that maybe it will just burn out. It's kind of one way to clean the road, I guess, to some degree. At least it won't be dangerous anymore because there's not going to be oil, but really looks cool. I just kind of like to stare at it. Those flames look really nice. I like it. The flames warmed him too. Not at all in a bad way. Cool.
Let's go to that island.
Wow. Yay. You're ready to. Oh, then it burns away. But it really looked good. Well, that was one way of starting things off in trying to head into that island. No level ups. Is there some tasks that I could think of doing? Let's freaking smoke those goddamn things. Why not? There it is, a brave little army in your pocket. The first smoke's platoon. 20 brave souls standing in salute, ready to step into the fire for you, sire. Pull one out of the pack. You pick the best one. This soldier is fat and succulent. What are you waiting for? Light up and become yourself. Light it up. Get a load of this rock and roll cop here, people. Johnny Thundercop fishes a sheep lighter out of his pants. With a flick of the thumb, there's fire, primal satisfaction. Here we go. The light is dark green, disposable plastic, safety off. In your case, the safety is always off. What are the repercussions if I do this? Repercussions? There's a high risk of glory, with a mild chance. Cool, genius. Smoking makes you into an intellectual, everybody knows that. It will help you concentrate a bit, that much is true. It only lets you concentrate because you're in nicotine withdrawal. It only mitigates its own. Yeah, I guess that could mean that indeed I will have to be smoking in the future too, or I will be in problems. That's the bad thing about it. But on the other hand, we're already pretty far in the game, so I can smoke if we need to. Smokes, maybe we can do. Alcohol I will definitely never touch. Blah blah blah, boring, light it up. Fine, I guess we can do it. Even Kim smokes 1 cigarette a day. Dip that bad boy in the flame and breathe in. Damn it, stealth. Ouch. Let's heal ourselves just a little bit, because that looks bad. Oh, is it overall this worse health? I don't know. No. I'm just getting confused. Thick, warm smoke gets sucked down into your lungs. Immediately you feel a warm nostalgia fill your head, body, and soul. A nostalgia for yourself, the man you were in your youth. Johnny Thundercop is back, and he's chill as balls. It's snowing. Why does art inspire you so much? Now, that's a good question. It does, yes. But what is art? Now, that's a big question. What is art? Excellent question. Art is a diverse range of visual, literary, auditory, and performative creativity. It's an expression of imagination and technical skill. Additionally, it's history, criticism, and pure enjoyment. In short, art is the highest form of human communication, representation, narrative, emotion, and agency intertwined. Would I fit into the art world? I mean, have you looked in the mirror lately? To be honest, you have the exact features of the modern artist, with that wild hair and those clothes. Perhaps you should try to write poetry someday and critique architecture. I guess I have been feeling critical lately. Yes, you seek substance, no vapid representations and reproductions of social mores, as made manifest in stuffy pinel. We're talking real living art here. Become the art cop. Half art critic, half cop. Wait, but don't I have to be 100% cop though to get the case finished and all that? Quit being so indecisive. What are you going for here? Some kind of indecisive and camp aesthetics now? Strike a bold shape here. Go art or go home. It's just a thought, right? Art has been helping us here. Like if you think about the church and discovering the whole, it couldn't have happened without the music. And music is part of the arts. So, okay, if 50% art critic is what's needed for free me from route repetition, so be it. Exactly, it's not only your duty to only catch the criminals of the street, you must also apprehend criminals of the printing press and the gallery, the trite and derivative artists and writers of the world. Go ahead and provide savage criticism, art cop. The world is yours to rip to pieces and reassemble. Totally. Well, we don't have places or spaces for all of these lovely thoughts, though. There's so many lovely thoughts. And yeah, you can't know even anything about any of those, and there's just the four that we have already forgotten all about. I do love these thoughts though, they're so fun and interesting, definitely, absolutely love them. So, I'm just a little bit unsure, should I really go and try to get into the island? I just feel that that's endgame, that if I want to do something else, bat the box. Good box, good mail delivery box. I don't know why I did it, but I wanted to. It seems happy. Eat shit pig, fucked by the cotton. And St. G with a crown have been scribbled on it. Jenny is a whore, and Base check the mailbox also. Been there, Postelia Aventurier, mail collection box, been there. The mail collection box seems cartatic, thankful even. So do you. You shudder, then you swallow. And then suddenly you see it. Over all the other graffitos, someone has, using the tip of the very sharp knife, got the words Revachol forever. Aw. Revachol forever. I am thinking about also the possibility of buying a few more books, because I got the cash now, so I can easily go and do it. I could try to buy some books. So, it's a possibility. I possibly should have smoked ages ago, but I was worried about cash. Considering it gives the intellectual. Sure. I wanna buy the book of Kjell Dahl Merman book.
Oh yes, certainly. Another good sale.
Yes, I'm not sure if it was actually a good sale for me, but Viral. Oh yeah, that's the board game. I want the game. I actually want it. It's a board game. I like board games.
If you say so, but you better stay away from those immoral occult rituals.
She gives you a curious glance. I can't do everything, though. I spent pretty much all my money because I bought that board game, but on the other hand, that was too funny. Unfortunately, that is a very locked check. Nothing to do there. I'm not gonna be doing everything because, yeah, it seems a little bit stupid to do everything. Not sure if I need to do that. Alright, I bought one book and I bought a board game. I'm not really sure why. What am I going to do with a board game? But I just wanted to buy it, you know? Like, can you fault me? I like board games in general. It seemed fun. I wonder who could be into board games. Who could I play with? Am I stupid that I wasted most of my money? Probably. Oh well. The board game. A high pastoral, fantastic, popular board game illustrated with bucolic vistas and featuring odd-looking humanoid creatures. It's a 3rd edition mecha set in supplements module and can't be played without the main game. Ah, so I would need the main game still though. Well, I guess a little later then that I'll look into it more. I'll go and visit at least this other, so to speak, shop. It's not really a shop, but you know. At least I'm doing the nice thing and keeping the businesses flowing because I'm buying so many things, you know? Even if I broke the hotel a little bit, but otherwise I've been a good customer, yes. Very good customer indeed. Can I have a check into here? Can I find anything? Wow, a very large red t-shirt with an impressive print stands out from the other garb. Oh yeah? Oh yeah. The print depicts a muscled man striding towards you, a giant sword in each hand, encircled by burning embers. Behind him is a cluster of cabins engulfed in flames. Beneath him are the words Hjelmner burning. I bought the goddamn book. That's a rad man from Hjelmdar t-shirt you've got there.
Hell yeah, man. I don't usually carry printed tees, but this one was just pure exemplar.
The shopkeeper sounds enthusiastic. You must be a serious man from Hjelmdar fan.
A fan? No, I wouldn't go that far. But I do think the Hjelmdalaman saga is an integral part of our shared reality.
Interesting.
Most people don't think that the man from Hjelmdal really existed, but they're wrong.
Sniff the t-shirt. Smells like worn cotton and a little old sweat there. Worn cotton with the side of flea market or trash bin.
Sniffing is okay, but please don't try anything on. Can't have you leaving your photon emissions in the fabric of things you're not going to buy.
Makes sense, says the shopkeep. You're not imagining it. Photon emission? What is he talking about? So, what did you mean the man from Hjelmdal was real?
I mean, even if the man from Hjelmdal didn't exist before the adventure novels, the stories have made it so that he has. It's simple, really.
Makes sense.
Okay.
He sounds incredulous.
You sound skeptical. It's not that complicated. All that's required is a more robust understanding of cause and effect. Besides, I've been to Kotla, though not quite as far north as the Hjelmdal, and watched northern lights travel across the sky. Very unique, energetic tides there.
Makes sense. His theory isn't exactly incoherent, but its logic does suggest some unusual neural activity. Interesting. Very, very unique energies indeed. Geomagnetic lines, one might even say. So, how much are you selling this t-shirt for?
2 real.
That's dirt cheap.
The lieutenant raises his eyebrow. Couldn't you just give it to me for free? Then that just seems too much. Cool, I'll think about it.
You should.
Actually, not bad. Guess just minus the authority, but like otherwise it's actually pretty good. Physical instruments, shivers. Okay, I've thought it over and I want to buy the t-shirt.
Welcome to Hyamdal, officer.
Thank you. Cool. Let's also read the book. It seems like a correct thing to do now that we got a new shirt. There's a lot of less authority that, but who cares about that? Physical instrument shivers? Sounds good. It is quite of a picture. The man from Hyamdal is standing in front of a burning village, dual wielding his ever-present Zweihanders. His muscles look ready to burst out of the two-dimensional print and into your three-dimensional life. Let's read about his book. A classic. On the front piece, an automatically unrealistic muscle man is reaching into a mountain stream, yearning to touch his glimmering mirror image. His eyes are full of childlike wonder. On the blood-soaked snow right next to him lie 2 giant Zweihanders. Let's read. The cover of this tattered paperback features a man from Hyamdal standing atop a pile of bloody corpses. His 2 Zweihanders are crossed over his massive chest in a dramatic axe, their plates dripping with gore. Hell yeah. Behind him rise the harsh, snow-capped peaks of his native Northlands. In bold red letters the title Hyamdarman, the man from Hyamdal, unfurls like a banner. In the foreground, a nearly nude woman lies spread in supplication, her privates strategically covered by her flowing black hair, of course. These images speak something purpling deep within you. Quick, find someone or something that needs to be gutted, beheaded, impaled on a spike. So look at the back cover first. And the back blurbs reads, his latest adventure serves as the perfect introduction to the savage Hyamdal saga. Meet man from Hyamdal, his faithful blood brother Turbald, the noble lord Forgar, and some of their most fearsome foes yet. For the Northlands, for Hyamdal. Below, in smaller font, you see the parenthetical adapted from Man from Hyamdal and the Necromancer's Treasure, Man from Hyamdal, Lord of Hrothgar, and Man from Hyamdal, the Curse of Nachterer. A brazen attempt to bilk fans for more money by splicing together old stories under a new title. The publishers must have a dim view of their readership. Their main concern is the continuation of the franchise, not making literary history. So let's read the first couple of pages. The story opens in media res. The man from Hyamdal and his band of northern reavers are in the bowels of an ancient temple, surrounded by an army of gibbering wights led by the deathless necromancer. One by one, the brave Northmen fall to the relentless crush of hunted, only to join their numbers as reanimated corpses. By nightfall, only the man from Hyamdal and his blood brother noble Turbald are left standing against the dead horde. It is an honor to die by your side, brother, Turbald cries as his battle axe beheads one of their reanimated comrades. Wow, they're in trouble now. Nein, Turbald, the man from Hyamdal bellows over the army of flesh and bone. Have courage, for the Northlands, for Hyamdal. He leaps to the mezzanine to face the black-eyed figure, and like a mad ice bear whirling twin Zweihanders, Sturm and Drang, he blows through the ranks of the deathless surrounding the necromancer. It is physically impossible for a human being to effectively dual-wield Zweihander swords in any kind of real-life combat situation. And with deadly finesse, his twin blade scissors the necromancer's head from its body. The undead legion collapses like a rack dolls as the dark magic leaves them, and the 2 Northmen stand alone in the accursed temple, where the bodies of their lost brothers litter the floor. Alright, skip ahead. A few chapters later, the man from Hjelmdal and Turbald are in a completely different setting, high above an arid desert, riding a pair of griffins that always seem to appear at narratively convenient moments. Of course. This book makes a mockery of the very idea of good plotting, though something tells you coherence was never the point. Probably no. The Northman finds themselves in the court of a powerful southern king, Lord Frodgar. The old king beseeches the man from Hjelmdal to rid his kingdom of the Narterer, a subterranean clan of blind wizards who traded their souls for demonic powers, of course. The man from Hjelmdal extracts a high price from the desperate king. He asks land for the homeless desert pygmies living exiled in the kingdom's borderlands. Frodgar offers the hand of his eldest daughter instead, but the son of winter does not budge. Hold on, why is the man from Hjelmdal doing any of this? What do you mean? Why is he doing all of this? Because the flame of justice burns bright within his chest, because above all he is striving to bring honor to the name of his beloved Hjelmdal, because his noble Catalan bloodlusts for glory and conquests. It cannot be denied. Is that all? What do you mean, is that all? Is there anything else to his character? He is a man from Hjelmdal. Forged in the fury of battle, dead was his sire and blood his dam. He had but 14 winters when he left his rigid homelands in Katla to seek glory and honor. That is his character. He doesn't even have a real name. What is inside this man? Or is muscle and bone all he is? Okay, but does he have any internal tension? He is the wildest man alive, the only mortal strong enough to wield the twin Zweihanders, Sturm and Drang, whose names mean storm and... Yes, I get that, he's strong and he has big swords, but why should I care about his character? What are you, a book critic? Yeah. Actually, yes, I'm a goddamn art cop. We agreed to that already. Enough, you're ruining the pacing of the story. Now, where did you leave off? Ah, yes. What pacing? You skip past the section detailing an elaborate banquet with many toasts as well as the long and perilous journey from Frodgar's keep to the ancient forest of Yesror, where our heroes infiltrate the Nasher's dire hall. In the center of the great hall stands a blood altar on which a pair of Nasherers are disemboweling a shrieking peasant, an unholy rite that empowers the Nasherers' forbidden magic. As the wild ceremony ends, the sound of steel unseating draws the Nasherers' attention to a pair of cloaked figures standing in the doorway. That is what you came for, isn't it? A climatic bloodletting where men are reduced to muscle and fury? Swiftly the visitors toss off their cloaks and unsheathe glimmering northern steel. It's the man from Hjelmdal and his valiant blood brother Turbald. Okay. Well, yeah, who else would it be? In an instant, the Nasherer summoned a horde of Kipperis Orkanoid who rush our heroes. The hall wheels with the clang of blades and the screams of the dying as the floor goes slick with steaming Orkanoid visera. Oh, for fuck's sake. When the din of battle settles, only the man from Hjelmdal and Turbald remain standing. Exhausted and tripping with the entrails of their foes, the two Northmen confront the foul Nasherer. The man from Hjelmdal's soda-light blue eyes fill with indescribable fury. For the Nordlands, he cries, rushing headlong into a desperate melee. You gotta be kidding me. What? This is almost exactly the same as the first scene. Even the word Kipperin is used twice. In the first scene, the man from Hjelmdal fought a powerful necromancer and his army of the dead. Now he's confronting a pair of Nasherers and their horde of Orkanoid trolls. The two couldn't be further apart. Okay, fine. What happens next? An excellent question. One easily answered by purchasing the next thrilling chapter in the Hjelmdalin saga, Hjelderman at the Gates of Tomorrow. The last page of this one merely reads, to be continued. Considering the sheer amount of different Hellman Darman books out there, it's very unlikely you're ever gonna find a sequel. Sad. The man from Heimdall stares at you on the cover, his face fixed in grim resolve. Cool. Now we can put that book away indeed. That's enough of the bookschmitz. Let's see. Yeah, still like 1 hour 36, right? Yes. I was thinking that I hadn't seen the number 5 here before, so that's... Okay, yeah, those are my 2 equipped items. Okay, I get it. I haven't noticed those before. I was indeed carrying still the cigarettes. I didn't even realize that I was still carrying the cigarettes. I don't need to carry the cigarettes all the time. I can have this instead. Like a police.
I see you were wounded in the recent altercation. A speedy recovery to you, officer.
He says with a grave nod. Thank you.
Now, what can I do for you?
What is he on? I don't know if I wanna know. I guess we can do this, but just like odd brain activity. Roy's prices are strange. Roy doesn't really sleep. His prices are strange, sure. Like that was $2 and something else is still more and stuff. So sure, is Roy high? And if yes, then what is he on? That's a good chance, and nope. Nope, still no clue. You obviously haven't been doing enough drugs lately. Certainly does seem familiar or logical, but just such a bad luck. Yeah.
Sure thing.
Yeah, it's
Sure,
not
man.
useful.
Sure. Let me have a look.
Check our
Anything
pockets.
else you're thinking of selling?
I'm not gonna sell those, of course. That's a book history too in this postcard. Antique Bella Macreve rifle. Not going to sell that though. That would be $10. That's kind of a lot actually. Banged up full canister. Why have I picked that up? A dented stainless steel canister for transporting and storing heavy fuel oil. A logo on its side has been partially stripped over years of use. The government issued red-dyed fuel oil. Inside looks like paint, though the smell's much more fuzz. Interactables aren't here anyway, so guess I won't sell any of those.
Another time, perhaps. Someone else came here early.
I knew that already, so that's kind of annoying.
Sure, man.
I know that, but I was hoping that maybe I could get another gun. I guess there's something in there, but... Not yet. I was still thinking that maybe there's something new. Oh, actual art degree is of course there, but that was already before, so I don't know what was the problem. Maybe just that I lost a little bit of health. That may be the thing. I don't think I can even try to solve this though. Harbor Gates. I think it's like into the wrong direction. Harbor was closed after all. And that, yeah, but maybe that's only in the island anyways. Check island for bullet traces, sure. That is of course there, and then this, but otherwise I don't really have... Is it then even impossible for me to go anywhere with the lady anymore? Aw, that would suck. I guess then it's no point for me to go and do anything else but to try to travel into the goddamn island. I guess that's the case. Let me check here quickly. Alright, that might be the case, that I just simply have no choice anymore, but that's the only thing we can really do. It's really sad though. I really wanted to have a night of passion with the lady. Have some fun at least. Something a little bit different. And then I've ruined it all by going too far in the story. Oh well, what can you do? I am really interested in trying to play this game again for myself though, because like trying to actually invest more in the intellect and especially the reflection speeds and those. I feel that things could go so differently overall in a lot of ways if I just would have actually been able to invest in those instead. But yeah, there's just no way to go there. I so wish there would be, but I don't see any way to do it. Also, there is now a lot of snow, so I should quickly go and check if now there would be something special in that close by one location, because I was supposed to go back there when it's snowing. So I'm extremely suspicious, so to speak. As in, what could happen? What could it be about? I still feel that I've done really good progress. If we consider the daytime, as in, it's day 6 now, but it was day 4 when I got all of that done. Okay, so what is it, Shivers? That's exactly what I was hoping for. Winter, slow to let go of Revanchol, flex some more wet snow from above. Look around you. The snow falls lazily, making the peat sand paler still, mixing with the rust-colored sewage run off. And to think, it seemed as though it were already spring. How does it feel? The melting snow seeps through your thin clothes. Grandmothers don't let their grandchildren out dressed so lightly in this weather. At least your hair is protected from getting wet and sticky together. You look around. What's in the west? More winding coastline lined with abandoned buildings, crumbling piers, salt water lapping at their dark piles, grey and red forgotten city blocks. What remains of the pre-revolutionary efforts to gentrify the coast, and beyond that? The waters turned black, Gold City in the shadows of Saint Martin, a boon town. Back when coal extracted from countless shafts near the city was needed to power Evanchol. No more. The coal was supplemented by petroleum from the ocean floor and hydropower from the Esperance. Everything crumbled. These days only the weakest remain in Coal City. Their hopes of getting rich linger in the defunct shafts under their feet. What is there? Below the old mines, Elysium Municipal, Revanchol's underground cemetery, Les Petites Rats, brave the underground passageways trying to get to Elysium. Les Petites Rats. Children under 14. They go underground looking for artifacts to sell to foreign museums, and for fabled relics. Their parents let them. They go deeper. Deeper. After rupees, melchiorite, lapis lazuli, blended from Saffre and Seol during the time of the suzerain, in the burial chambers of the king, grand old Philip Kilium II, and even in the mausoleum of Philip the Opulent. 2 kilometers underground in a winding shaft along those walls, mirrors have been placed so that daylight may eternally fall upon the richest of all the kings. The mausoleum contains untold quantities of gold, and that special, purest of the pure magenta cocaine favored by Rencholian royalty. Did someone say untold quantities of cocaine? Drop everything immediately and go looking for this hoard. No. How can it be pure if it's magenta? Good question. So how can it be pure if it's magenta? Snow falls and there is no answer. Some things are not for mortals to know. Let's wipe the snow from your shoulders a bit. Few petite rats return from the shafts, and even fewer find what they are looking for. A small child steps out of the black tunnel with silver trinkets in her pockets. All around her, white snow on the extinguished coke furnaces and on the weather-worn shacks where fathers beat their sons after drinking. The snow melts on your fingers, turn into water. So, what's to the south? The raised motorway, 881, separating Martinez from Jamrock. Vehicles whoosh past one another day and night, while those who reside in the labyrinthine alleyways beneath the motorway intend to carry on with their lives in the snow and the slush, The south of the 881 is the Pox. The Pox. Was once a park, a place for reflection and recuperation for the patients of the old military hospital. In the 20s, it was used as a quarantine center during a measles outbreak and killed many children. Most everyone has avoided the hospital and surrounded the park ever since. The box is completely wild now. Evergreen thickets covered in snow and industrial dust, feral dogs and even fools roaming in packs. The police try to keep the deepest corners cordoned off, but still. Heavy truck users do slip through and hole up in the old military hospital, hoping to find something to get high on among the hastily abundant of supplies, or just to overdose in peace. Then further south. A line of motor carriages with armored carapaces hunched in the gold. A mechanist is hard at work patching up bullet holes in the side of a Copris 40. These are the garages of the Precinct 41, so yeah, I'm far to the south originally. Snow settles on the roof on the repurposed silk mill that serves as your station. Shivering RCM personnel hurry in and out of the main entrance. Sadly, it stopped snowing, but gladly it's not stopping this at the moment. Around you, the snow continues to fall. To the west, the ocean swells. No, but it was home. I want more of my home. The stairs descend. The central Jamrock. A man named Kukulov has a snow-covered stall there. In the market across the bridge, his cells kept up, infested with fly larvae, to your colleagues who believe eating it will make them immune to food poisoning. Lovely. Sounds perfect. Did I ever eat those? Snow falls on the utility district, the library, the florist, the Saramirichian restaurant that offers homemade wine, and also on the brothels and truck dens and the shops of the Semliaki. All of this built around a lake that formed in a meteorite strike. At the center of this lake there is a little ship. There are lights at the bottom of its hull. There are lights directed towards the seafloor, looking for something, like whiskers. Well, what are they looking for? A chill comes over you, crawling down your spine. The sand under your feet is wet. Somewhere in the south, tarpaulin flap in the wind, but no answer. So what's in the east? The canal you cross to get here, and beyond it, Martinis proper, the district the police forgot to police. There is laughter, lights, attempts at entrepreneurial activity, cynicism. Someone is scraping snow off their windshield. At the roundabout, in the midst of which a statue of Philip III serves as a destination for grade school field trips and fine perch for winter birds. That's all. Like all monuments, it's also a warning. 6-story ruins on the south side of the roundabout cast a long shadow over the profligate king. And future. Fenced off yard. There's a truck belonging to logistics company parked next to the gate. Bright light from the building behind the fence reflects of its hood. And what would be to the north? An abandoned church that's been turned into a dance club. 4 youths are hard at work there, making it ever harder core. And future north. A serpentine strip of land weaving its way into Martinez Inlet. Unfortunate on the run from the law, from themselves, sometimes hide out on the nearby islets. Little dots in the ocean that are occasionally submerged when the tide is high and the weather foul. And on the islets, the remains of a camp on a jagged piece of rock. A tent, old dishes and cutlery, long since abandoned. A hermit crab scuttles among the debris looking for a new shell. But I think this is after all the location where we're traveling, to one of the islands at least. So this is extremely interesting to know what they might be. But there is at least some tent. Even if old abandoned, long since abandoned, but how long ago, that's the big question. Further out, the lights burn bright on the resurrection. Way beyond Martinez, a popular spa destination and ample-bodied Ozone kids with equally ample pockets. And on the other side of the inlet. Then there's the zone, but the snow falls too thick. You cannot see that far. before that, before the curtains are drawn and we can't see future. The Bay of Revanchol, vastness, great depth, over 1,200 meters at its deepest. Water, air, brinier than here. It is crisscrossed by huge cargo ships bearing company logos. Wild pines, Sam, Muriung. And at the farthest reaches of the Bay of Revanchol, the shadows of Coalition warship Archer, on perpetual patrol duty, ready to unleash artillery fire if you were to rise up against the market. You shudder. And what's below me? Layer upon layer of sand poisoned with industrial runoff, the storm drainets, hidden bunkers, rat scuttle, and stomp your feet for warmth, brushing off the snow.
We should keep moving. Who knows when the snow will let up.
It was just extremely interesting. I can't say that it wasn't fun. Well, let's see about that ship. 1 hour 18 minutes. Not a lot of time passed at the end of the day. I have no idea. Should I truly travel? I'm usually not doing the quick saves, and actually I should delete it because it's the bad actually button for me. Yeah, well, because the quick load is the same button that I used to start and stop my recording, but right now I was just thinking about saving, and I already did it without thinking, but I have to delete it later before I stop the recording, because otherwise I'm gonna quick load.
Our tenant, the policeman. I hope the waves don't keep you up at night. What can I help you with?
I got shot, washerwoman.
Even I can see that. I told you not to bring your trouble with you, policeman. We've got troubles of our own here.
True.
Though I suppose you took the worst of it. Turns out you were your own ill omen.
The woman chuckles to herself. I guess you were right. The men with guns were coming for me after all.
I'm not sure those were the last of the men with guns either. There are always more coming for your kind, officer.
She nods, and yeah, and I don't have a gun of my own, which is the biggest problem of it all. Oh well. You lady.
Officer, what happened? You're wounded. Why are you wounded? You look terrible.
I'm sorry. She sounds almost disappointed with you, reprimanding you for falling and hurting your knee. You seem angry. Why?
Look at you. You can barely walk.
Well, I got shot in the foot. It was pretty badass. You would have liked it.
Is this from the shooting in town? We heard gunshots. Not that we don't hear gunshots all the time, but they were closer than usual.
Yeah, she's not letting it go that easy.
There was an exchange of fire on Rue de Saint-Guylaine. It's nothing to be worried about, madame.
I also got shot in the chest. Point to your chest.
That's nothing to brag about, officer.
It's not, but it's the truth.
It's not serious. He'll be okay.
Well, not gonna say that. I have a question for you.
Of course.
Okay,
Can I
I
help you
can
with
try.
something?
I can try this still. I do wanna be able to try to do it, but we'll see. So, but it's a question. Should I really travel now, or can I travel later?
Oh? Who? Really? Are you sure you're not also looking for Nadia Harnancourt? Or Ignis Nielsen? Or the great lost city of Ace under the waves?
Maybe.
A lot of stuff.
That's what cops do.
I guess that makes you into some sort of terrier. Either way, I can't help you out.
Kim, couldn't we just like hang out one day and then go to the island? Well, yeah, okay, we need to get to that island, point to it.
That won't be a problem. Its wind's still and the tide just dried. We've got 2 days of relative sunshine ahead.
Okay, she points to her skiff next to the jetty. What's on the island? I saw some kind of ruins through the binoculars.
Used to be some kind of fortification there before the war. For the communards. An anti-aircraft gun, I think. Bombed to bits in the landing. I haven't been there myself. Always steered clear of it.
Hasn't been there herself? Who has then? So you said you haven't been there yourself. Who has then, if not you?
My husband used to drink there. Him and his drinking buddies. Always seemed like a bad place to drink to me. People died there during the landing, you know. My mother told me. The kids sometimes go there too. I know they do, on rafts. I tell them not to, but they bring back old bullet casings and such.
Interesting. So which kids?
The twins. God forbid they bring the girl along on some rickety barge.
Interesting. Maybe they could have some info for us. She points to the 2 kids playing on the concrete yard.
Can we maybe ask your twins about that place before we go? Would that be alright?
Be my guest. They've a strange way of talking. See if you can get anything useful out of them. I seldom do.
She looks at the boys. 2 days of sunshine. I just got a bacterial infection.
I'm sad to hear that. Take care of that with ether, will you? Don't get too many RCM men round here. Be sad to lose the first one.
That's cool. You're boasting your bacterial infection like that. So is there anything I should know about getting there?
Well, most of it's sunken. Underwater. That means concrete underwater. Cut your boat if you're not careful. Be sure to enter from the south side. Water's deep there.
Okay, good. Can we borrow your boat?
If you promise to bring it back. And no scraping the hull. I just got it nice and yellow. And no drinking on the boat. And no joyriding either.
Her eyes narrow.
Of course, ma'am. It's only for a day or two. Official police business.
I would really prefer to do it the next tomorrow, but...
Aye.
She nods. Nod alone attentively. The crow's feet disappear from the corners of her eyes and she smiles at you. Thank you. I will use your skiff to get there then.
Please be conservative with the fuel, will you? Just filled her up, but it's a small tank.
But I so don't want to do this yet. I want Kim out of here so I can actually try to spend some time with her, but maybe we get back here and I still have time. I really hope so. Otherwise it's gonna be annoying. The scruffy-haired little boy kicks a stone while the other watches him do it. By the way, is the little Lily your sister? Point to the house.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So you must be the Lillian's twins.
Lily's mum.
Says one of the twins. Okay, kids, you've been to that island, right?
On that island?
The one who's busy kicking his stone points to the bay. Yes, that one. I need to know what's there.
That's, nothing.
The-
It's just a seafort and some plants. You can take a raft there. It's great.
The boy pauses to think with his finger in his mouth.
And we make a fire. We make a fire.
And the other butts in.
Gather the sticks for the fire. And bullets. Or not real bullets, empty bullets.
His brother nods. Bullet shells? There are a lot of them left over from the war, but this could be important. Wait, you mean shells?
I don't know what these are.
What then?
They're lights. The fire guy comes and asks us to put the fire out.
Who is the fire guy? So someone lives on the island?
No.
The boy answers, shaking his head vehemently.
Yes.
His brother looks at him, then at you.
Let's go with yes.
The lieutenant raises his eyebrow and whips out a notebook at their guy. Why is he the fire guy?
Because Because
The boy pauses to think.
he asks to put the fire out.
The other explains. Why does he ask you to put the fire out?
I don't know. He doesn't like it. He don't like people to be there. You shouldn't go.
Yeah, I gathered that much.
Yes.
The other one adds, I don't know that word, laconically, standing with his hands glued to his sides like a little tin soldier. So, you mentioned something about lights.
I don't know.
Starts one of them, it's hard to tell which one now.
Did you mean there are electrical lights?
He points to the street lights.
Yes.
The boy looks at his toes. I don't know about that, but is there anything else you can tell me about the sky? Age? Does he live there?
No, he doesn't live there. I don't think.
Okay.
No, he lives there. Been there twice, 2 times.
The other nods. So he may or he may not live there. They don't really know that, but he's been there at least a few times.
He doesn't live there. He isn't there sometimes.
No, that's good question. Is he there or is he not there? The first one pauses to think, then comes to some kind of a conclusion.
Anything else? What does this guy look like?
I don't know.
They say almost in unison that they don't know how he looks like. How come?
We ran. He just yelled we shouldn't be there.
Ah, okay. So your father used to go to that island too, didn't he?
Our father killed himself.
Ah,
Don't say that, he didn't.
his brother punches him. The boy's eyes well up like he's about to start crying. Say nothing. I don't think about that I should go into this mix.
I'm sorry.
The one says to the other, rubbing his brother's shoulder affectionately. So is that all you know? Is there anything more you can tell me about the island?
There's
The boy says, rubbing his eyes. It's clear that he has no intention to finish in the sentence.
Lights, fire guy. We should check up on that island.
Yeah, the lieutenant looks at you. Bye kids, take care. Interesting, however. I'm just so wanting this thing to get done, but I guess we just gotta go, right? Even if I really hope that I get back and this isn't the end of the journey, but I guess we do come back, but we'll see. Okay.
Be careful out there. Sea's calm as death, but still. There are ruins underwater. You can scrape the paint, or worse.
I definitely need to be careful. I don't want to ruin her boat, I mean. Okay, let's get ready. A skiff with a small steering engine on the back floats on the calm mirror on the sea. Its 2 seats are empty. Once you get in, that's it. One pull of the starter handle and you're off into the bay. A strange trepidation comes over you. Are you sure you want to go now? Have you made all the necessary preparation? Closed all your accounts? Remember what the net picker said. It's a small tank. You won't be going back and forth on this. Yeah. I'm not ready yet then. I felt that I shouldn't then do it yet if I wanted to for sure. Like, what else can I do? I want to at least get stuff done with her, but this, I have no idea how I would do that. And most of these are something that I can't really do anymore, to be honest. But then any of those checks, other stuff, but I don't... How would I go about doing them either? I don't really quite know. So, yeah, I would prefer to go tomorrow morning, but how do I spend the time other than just buying even more books or something? Let's see. Let's interact with this at least. Check this goddamn board game. Large letters on the front, formal title, Viral. The colorful box is illustrated with bucolial vistas. The cover art also features odd-looking humanoids, some short, some taller, some with pointy ears, others with ephemeral wings. Examine the box. Text underneath the title in smaller typeface reads 3rd edition Mecha Setting Supplement Module. The side panel adds a sword and sorcery adventure board game with new maps and miniature. Look at the back. A blurb on the Baccarees, tired of the tedium and toil of the modern life, escape to Viral, leave behind isolas and nations with their petty squabbles, discard electricity, magnets, and boring technological widgets. Succumb to the world of high pastoral fantastique, unleash your imagination and create an adventure of endless possibilities. Discover the terrible secret threatening Viral. Can your band of adventures save the world? Yes, we are ready to take on this challenge. Exactly, that's the spirit. All you have to do is read an intricate rulebook, study an assortment of maths, unfold the illustrated game board, and start rolling dice. In no time, you could be romping through grasslands with low-level characters hunted by ill-skilled riders or battling unspeakable monsters in endless dungeons fraught with danger and despair, conjuring up forceful mages to aid your quest. Open the box. You pry open the box. Inside you find a fold-up map, a small booklet, a 24-sided die, and a little plastic figure. Look at the map. A reprint of a crude hand-drawn map. The top left corner reads Lands of Viral. The map features both small villages and mid-sized towns with odd names in addition to meadows, forests, hills, lakes, and seas, also with odd names. It doesn't seem to correspond with anything you've seen thus far. It's not a very helpful map, so look at the booklet. A quick guide to the magical races of Viral. Create your own hero choosing from any of the completely unique and fantastical backgrounds. The options are, in order of importance, the Welkin, the Dwarker, the Humans, the Fairy Walk, and the Pygmies. Read about the Welkin. The Welkin, tall, light, and graceful, with long flowing hair and pointy ears. They're known for being powerful magic users, but can also hold their own in a brawn-driven fight. The Welkin come with a variety of exciting subraces: High Welkin, Forest Welkin, Lake Welkin, and Snow Welkin. But if you're not feeling experimental, a basic Welkin will always do. Read about the Dwarker. Or whatever, however I'm supposed to say that. A grand race of industrious mountain people. They're short, stout, and muscular, and enjoy digging for gold and other precious minerals. It's like Dwoomers, as in dwarves. Dwoomers from the Elder Scrolls, basically, I'd say. And enjoy digging for gold and other precious minerals. They're also well versed in the art of combat, where they prefer to use axes and hammers. The Dwerger also come in a few different subraces: Hillworker, Shieldworker, and Darkworker. What about the humans? They're just humans. What else is there to tell? They're average in all stats and jacks of all trades. What about the Fairy Folk? A very small race of flying people known for being mischievous, full of trickery. They often lure people into their magical traps. There are no subraces for the fairies. What about the Pygmies? The least popular of the Viral races, the Pygmies are short, rodent, and dim-witted. Pygmies live in small villages made of shoddy wooden dwellings. They spend most their days tilling their earth and smoking their pipes. There are no subraces of the Pygmies. Look at the die. It's made from some sort of wood and has been decorated with peculiar plant motif. Take the die. You place the die into your pocket. It's always good to have a luck on your side. Look at the figurine. You see a man in ragged clothes wearing a lopsided hat and wielding some sort of a firearm.
Interesting. A communard.
A what?
A communard. One of the leftist revolutionaries in the anti-centennial revolution.
What's so interesting about that?
The figurine is not a part of the real game setting. I guess someone misplaced it during the packaging process.
It's not part of it. Does this mean we can't play?
I have a feeling the figurines are more there to set the scene than anything else.
The lieutenant shrugs. Well, take the figurine. You pick the figurine up by the base to meet your gaze. The little plastic man stares back at you, his face contorted into a disturbing shout. Then you pocket it. Close the box. A colorful box with the title. Let's put it away. Wow. What a nice little figurine. A turn of the century leftist revolutionary in ragged clothing. On his head lies a lopsided hat, seemingly an unshanka. In his hand, he carries a little musket, and then that's the die from this one on the other hand. This basic 24-sided role-playing die can be used to get results for several dice. It's made of Yosemite snake wood and embellished with plant motifs. Blaine and Hill Wilkins. That's a weird situation. Weird stuff. But what could I figure out to do for this full time until we would leave tomorrow morning? Now that's a big question. I have no idea. What could I do? What would be the logicalst of things to try to do? Good question. I wish I would know. Here at least I can be alone, but can I rest here? An old mirror hangs on the wall. You see your reflection in it. No encyclopedia. Standard will die. Wow, that's giving me a bonus into that. Electrochemistry. I don't think I have anything for that either. Hey, that's a +1 to logic. Korojev jacket. Is there possibility for me to rest? Go to sleep? I wonder. Feels almost like home now, this place. Quiet and dignified around you. A new life by the seaside. You're incredibly tired. The darkness and warmth comes fast. You're falling asleep. I don't know if this is a good idea. Is this just the morning? It's easier this time, drifting off. Your head has found a comfortable indent in the pillow. Your legs and your torso feel like a lead weight sink into the bottom of the sea. Until there's suddenly light. This respite, you've earned it, brother. Bask in the darkness, let it swallow you up and swivel you around while you forget everything you've managed to remember. But I've been bad. I haven't earned this. No, you haven't. You've just been. Thank you, darkness. Thank you. You're welcome, Harry boy. You earned it. Fall into a deep, uninterrupted sleep. After centuries of darkness, the alarm rings. But what's this? You actually feel rested? There's no time to cuddle with your pillow, however, or as much as shiver from the cold. The world awaits. Go. Open your eyes. But does this just mean that, like, I'm in the next day? And just... basically... yeah, it's just all the way to the morning. And I wouldn't have even said goodnight or anything of the sort, so I'm kind of feeling that this is a bit wrong. And it's not like this is gonna help me anymore to do what I wanted to do, so... as in have the night with the girl or anything, right? Because I'm pretty sure the guy is right here, waiting for us, our partner. So I kind of feel that I will probably reload quickly to just go back into the previous setting. Because this isn't feeling very right. Yeah, and our partner would still be in here, so I'm gonna go back into that. I'll at least, I will do again the things on my own here, because I talked everything and all of that stuff, so I'll do everything again of that stuff, because I don't think there is a proper save after it. But for now at least, I'll just end here this episode, and thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed some more of the Disco Elysium, so see you then, next time, bye bye. To be continued with Kira Rusha next time in Disco Elysium. See you all then.